Welcome back to Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines on this Sunday afternoon, as we get to talk a little Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball. And bringing to the stage with us today is going to be the Piedmont Wildcats with head coach
Joe Crawford.
Joe Crawford. And who you got with you, coach?
Well, we have our freshman, Braylon Ward.
Freshman?
On the end.
Freshman, stand up, girl. Stand up. Let me see how tall you are. What they feed you in Piedmont?
Yeah.
Man, okay, I see you, a freshman. And you got your point guard. Talk to me.
She thinks she's a post. She's
Post.
5.
I am.
She's 5.
5'6".
I'll give her an inch.
5'6".
5'6", 5'6".
There's no way she's 5'6", but we're going to give her
Hey, coach.
5'6", 5'7".
It's okay. We can lie a little bit on Sunday. We lie a little bit, a little bit on Sunday. I tell people I'm 6'1". I'm not, though. But hey.
Then I've got my Caitlin Clark shoot-alike.
Yes, I've seen her shoot. She likes it.
She
she can shoot from anywhere on the court, coach. Yeah, that's it.
She shot in the parking lot.
Yeah, I saw last summer, coach. We got to play you. Well, coach, like I said, I don't know a lot about the Piedmont. I know you guys are 5A. You move up to 6A. I mean, I'm sorry, you was in 5A, but you moved up to 6A.
Yes, sir.
And so I know I've got a chance to watch this young lady play. I think since 6th grade, 7th grade, when she's at Piedmont Middle School. My daughter and the twins played against her, but like I said, I know a little bit more about her. But tell me about these girls, because I know you guys are trying to do big things in 6A, and you got a little salty team, man. I think you're gonna be one of those teams, kind of like you talk about Mustang, you talk about Deer Creek. But I think you're gonna be one of those teams that you can't sleep on. So tell us a little bit about the team, coach.
Well, first of all, it's our several years ago, 3, we graduated 7 seniors, and then after that we were a junior, a couple sophomores and freshmen. We were just a young team. The same year we moved into 6A. And so this will be the first year in 6A that we've had 4 seniors that have established themselves as captains on the team. They're all great leaders on and off the floor, helping develop in these young girls. And we have a lot of exceptionally skilled kids. And so our defensive rotation now, we're able to play 5 in, 5 out and not drop off. That makes our practices very competitive right now. And so I'm looking forward to the season. They've had a great preseason and a great scrimmage session so far.
So, Coach, who have you scrimmaged so far? Going into this fall. I know it just kind of kicked off the last week or so. But who have you scrimmaged so far?
We went to Broken Arrow for the super scrimmage.
Yeah.
And we scrimmaged Bartlesville, Glenpool, Najaya,
Muskogee, Chickasha, and Sand Springs.
That's some good teams, Coach. Real good teams.
We went 5-1 in that group, and then the one loss we had, we started our JV team, let them play at half, and then play catch up, and couldn't do it.
No, Coach, that's nothing wrong with that. But you're right there. You're building the depth, though. The depth chart. Like I said, in case something somebody sick or somebody can't make it to a game, you're building that depth chart. Well, young ladies, so I'm gonna let y'all start and tell us a little bit about yourself and and talk girls basketball. So you're going to start with you, the shooter.
Yeah, we'll start with Destiny.
Destiny, tell us a little bit about yourself and your college plans and all that.
Well, I haven't made any decisions yet, but I'm looking to decide in a couple months. I'm a senior, I'm a captain.
Well, Destiny, go ahead.
Impressive with your comeback. I mean, what was it, between your freshman and sophomore year?
Sophomore, junior.
Yeah, so, you've done a good job of working your way back in and getting back to that level where you were before, and not better, but I mean, again, though, it's nice to see you. I always like watching you play when you come back, and you can't even tell. Your game is a really nice game. I really like the outside shooting. I like the versatility you have. I've seen you guard the post. I've seen you play the post. I've seen you play the point. I've seen you play the 2 guard. So just put a spot, and you're probably on the 4th quarter. So enjoy watching you play.
Well, Destiny, I know you said you haven't decided. You only play basketball. Do you play other sports or
Only basketball.
So I got to ask this question: how far would you go away?
Not more than a state away.
Good answer, because I'm probably not going no more than 30 minutes away.
She's under a bit of pressure, though. You got a mom.
I'm like, no.
Hey, as long as you come home and give her your laundry, you're all right. You're good to go. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Like I said, I know you play hard. I got a chance to watch you play. Like I said, we played you over the summer. Piedmont's a team that me and Coach kind of talk about all the time. That you guys got the pieces to do a lot of things. And I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of glad we are in 5A, Carl Albert, because 6A is tough, man. We did the math the other day, man. It's just like you got 16 teams. I think there's 20 teams altogether. 32 teams altogether. I mean, probably 16 teams are really, really, really
Legit.
solid. Yeah,
Yeah,
legit. And so, you're looking at some teams that are not even going to make it to the dance, and it's kind of crazy. You guys kind of need to be kind of like the 2A in football. They got 2A1 and 2A2. They really need to do that in basketball because there's just so many good teams that's not going to get a chance to make it, though. So it's kind of crazy. Well, tell me about you. I know you've had a great summer. In Nationals, you're ranked in the 2028. How does that make you feel? What was your ranking anyway? What was you ranked at?
What was that, 22nd?
Was she 22nd, coach? 22nd. I know, going into your freshman year, now being your sophomore year, I know that's something that you're going to work towards too. What does that make you feel like? I know there's like, not saying these girls are better than you because, rankings don't mean nothing. We talk about that all the time. But is that something that kind of lights a fire in you like, hey, man, I got to go prove to people that I'm better than 22?
Yes, definitely. Especially when I play against them, I just gotta definitely like step my game up a little bit.
What's something that you worked on your game? And I know what you have, but you tell the people what have you done over the summer and fall, winter. What have you done to get your game better? What have you worked on?
I just worked on things I was weaker on, like my shooting percentage, just ball handling, just
Well, one of the things I've seen, and now that you're a quick guard, you can get to the bucket, but you're also that guard that can pull up and shoot the three now, shoot the mid range, and so I think that makes you more dangerous. Because now if they come out on you on the three, you're going right by them. With your speed, and you play great defense. You're kind of like a glove. No matter whoever you're guarding, you'll go wherever they go, you're going with them. So I think that is going to help Piedmont right now. And you guys got some good size too. It's going to help Piedmont a lot. With y'all's defense and get up and down the court. And then coach can put you on whoever's top guard or a top player. Like he says, you play bigger than your 5'6". And so I think that kind of makes you dangerous. But freshman, let's talk about you. Big freshman, big tall freshman. Tell me a little bit about you.
Um, I only play basketball. I'm a freshman. My name's Braylon Moore. Um, I've been playing for about like 3-4 years.
So you just started playing, huh?
Yeah.
So, it's something that you have to work hard to kind of catch up with the other girls or just kind of come natural to you?
Yeah, I definitely have to train a lot and get put in my own time and everything to just make sure I'm good.
So you playing summer ball, any?
Yeah.
Who do you play for summertime?
In the summer, I played for Legends.
Okay. Good deal. That's good. Good team. I know you guys are doing big things over there with the Legends. End up going into the EYBL, so that's big time for the state of Oklahoma. Being at Piedmont, did you go to middle school at Piedmont, or you just kind of came in?
I went to middle school.
Okay,
We
that's
did
good
coach
stuff.
find our soccer field or something. Been playing before.
No, she's been playing a little while, but if you would watch her game in the last month and a half, she's become a sophomore lookalike from an eighth grader.
Yeah.
You watch her come in, and she was still didn't have the constant motor. She was uncomfortable or awkward shooting the ball because she just didn't feel like she's in rhythm. And now she looks like a sophomore. And we're literally only a month away from being in our first game, and she's already showing big things.
Well, Coach, I got to ask, you talk about y'all's district, having Deer Creek and some of the other schools you got in there. How do you feel about your district? Because I know they changed some things around. This is kind of a tough district,
You said it earlier, though, but all of Class 6A is difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what district you're in, because the way that they even it out, you're going to have 4 teams that are in that top 16 that you talked about, no matter what district you're in. And so, like last year, we would play against Moore. Moore didn't have a great record, but they had, 2 D1 softball players.
Right.
So you're playing against D1 caliber athletes, regardless of whether, they might not be top basketball players, but you're playing against really good kids every single night.
So
So,
you're playing against kids that know what it takes to get there.
yep, absolutely.
I mean, we talk about your district. I was talking to Coach Roy earlier. We talk about your district. It might be one of the districts out of the 4 that might be. I think there's 6 teams that really could. Got to win their home games.
Yep.
Steal some on the road, and you're there.
Yeah.
And I know the other one is low. I would say a little top loaded with the top 3 over there. We talk about, but yours, I can see. I can see any of probably the top 5 or 6 teams walking away with district title.
I like our district, to be honest with you. I like it because of the parity that's in it. There's not just a dominant force in any of those. Mustang is going to be really good, solid. we're going to be able to compete, I think, every single night. So you're right. I think we get excited the closer we get to playoffs. Like that's our deal, And so I'm anxious to see how the season goes.
I know you have a couple not here, but I know your team, and the two that I know are not here is Kinley and Ava. But we're talking 5'10", 5'11", shoot outside, play inside a little bit. So when you talk about your team, you have height. I don't know if you have a true solid post. I remember one girl in the summer, but it looked like you just kind of was like a hybrid post, but
Yeah.
up and down.
Abby's a freshman. Abby's 6'2",
Okay.
solid freshman, great athlete, good hands. She's kind of like what I mentioned about Gray. She's coming along in her development, but she's a beast physically on the inside.
Okay.
And then Ava's sister is a sophomore. She's also 6'1.5", 6'2". Really good volleyball player with great vertical, good athlete on her feet, can defend. So we have size, which we have not had. And that's going to help us both ends of the floor.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you that, you talk about volleyball, volleyball, and then you had, cross country and softball just kind of finished up. You got all the girls in the gym now? Or is it just kind of?
We have them now, but we literally had 23 even in off season. And I've talked to several coaches that might have 5.
Coach, you're right. I mean,
our kids are invested. They are sold out. They're all playing summertime competitively. They're in skills. Even when they're not at practice, most of them are doing skill work on their own. And our captains are leading by example. And so our captains are really setting the tempo for the game.
But Coach, I want to go ahead.
Yes, as a senior, how does it feel like to have, everybody, like you said, you have that squad you've had since you've been a freshman, everybody graduated. You kind of worked your way. You've been dreaming. You kind of every year. Now you're sitting there and you've got young freshmen over here that's getting better. You got a point guard. You got some shooters. You got height. Talk a little bit about your senior year. What are your expectations for your senior year now that you're there?
I'm expecting to do way better than we did last year. Last year was obviously a little bit more rough for me, but I think we'll be good this year. Just from what I've seen in scrimmages, we have a few things that we need to work out, but other than that, I think we'll be good.
This I got to ask, I know you're a great shooter. How much time do you spend shooting, though? How many hours are you putting in?
You want me to answer that for you?
Well,
she has not left the gym since she was in 3rd grade.
Coach, and that's what it's all about, because I think some of these kids, they think they're good, but they don't put the time in. And, her being a great shooter, she knows, just like this young lady, that you got to train. I mean, you talked about your freshman. She said, I just started playing ball. Guys, if you're not training, you're not going to get better sitting on the couch. You're not going to get better playing 2K. Granted, you might be good on the 2K game. Doesn't mean it's going to translate to the high school floor. So, really, how much time do you put in? Especially for the young listeners going to watch this show that looks up to you.
Honestly, I don't even know. During the summer, especially this year, I was in there pretty much every day. Even he was not there, I was still I was asking the ADs to let me in.
It was mandatory that they put in 10,000 shots.
Yeah, okay.
Tell them how many shots you put.
I think it was around 18,000.
I mean, and see, that goes a long way.
You take break for lunch? You get lunch?
Coach, they got what is it called? DoorDash now? I don't know how to work it. She had DoorDash. She had DoorDash delivered to her, and she took a little bite, and she put a shot up. But that's what it's all about, though, is putting the hard work in. And this being your senior year, I know, being a senior, it's you want to go all out and have the best. But I've never met Coach, but it seems like he is very dialed in. I'm pretty sure he got a practice plan ready. He has everything laid out. I mean, just a businessman. But I feel like you guys play for a great guy. It's kind of like Coach Roy, somebody that you'll run through the wall for. So, and I think that's what a lot of kids go all out for. You got somebody. I tell people all the time. One of my favorite coaches is Coach Huggins. He's like a father figure to me. Didn't really have a father, so he was a father figure to me. So, if you're gonna remember that, these guys are gonna come back and see you and love you because like I said, you're just a great coach. Listen to you talk up here. You got big plans, but hey, you guys are doing great things. I mean, you're 5-1 in the scrimmages, and it's not like you went and played a bunch of 1A teams. You're playing top notch 6A teams. So that goes a long way. So like I said, I'm looking forward to see what you guys do this season. Like I said, I know that 6A is tough. 32 teams. I know I got it wrong earlier, folks. Sorry about that. I apologize not knowing all my teams. But 20, like I said, there's 20 teams that are really, really, really solid. But 32 teams. But like I said, you guys are right in that mix. To get in there and being destined senior year. I would love to see you guys get there, especially these two. I know they got some time coming back. I want to see you guys get there. There's nothing. I tell people all the time. There's nothing better than playing for a state championship, winning the state championship. As a parent, man, I ain't gonna lie. When my son won his first one, I took the next day off like I won it. I'm crying and happy, but that's what it's all about, man. You get to share that joy with your baby, and that's cool because it's nothing better than going back to your class reunion and you got that ring on and you was part of that banner. So I will tell you guys this: I am jealous of Piedmont. You guys got one of the best facilities around. How's that happen? Tell me.
Appreciate it.
What did y'all do?
That's the house that Jaya built.
John Bill, you built that house?
No, we're there.
It's nice because I want to borrow it. It's nice. That's why you guys hold the districts or whatever the area.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, you do. You do. It's nice. I'm telling you right now, it's one of the nicest gyms on this side of the state. Really, truly. Whoever decided to build that, man. But you guys got to bring a banner home in that gym.
Got to.
You got to get a banner, coach. You got to go get it.
Two up.
Got two up.
Yep. We're ready to get another one.
Well, coach, how long have you been there? I might have missed
This
that.
is my 8th year there. I was 6 years as assistant. This will be my 3rd year as the head coach.
So what'd you coach at before?
I was at Oklahoma Christian Academy. And then before that, I was kind of like his dad. I just ran AAU organization for 15 years prior to teaching. So
He's co-founder, right?
Sports City U originally,
Yeah.
and then it was Shock because I worked with WNBA with the Tulsa Shock.
Hey, coach got it going on. Well, folks.
John, real quick.
Yeah.
How come he said you're 5'7" and you think you're a post player? Did you got to keep you out of the post in practice? What were you doing down there? You banging down there?
I'm banging down there.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell him, girl. Tell him. You bang it down there. Tell him. Hey, think about it, man. Jai gets down in the post area and she get a little guard on her. She gonna take it to the house. I like it. I like it. See, hey,
She'll post up. We have her posting up. We run Princeton.
There you go. Jai said she got it.
I also told her the first person that laughed up here has a suicide. She laughed.
Oh, Coach, is that what y'all call it? Y'all call it because I think Zoe said they call it yo-yo. So I didn't. I was like, what is it? I thought you were talking about the yo-yo, but the suicides. So who's doing?
She gotta go back and watch. She gotta go back and watch.
I think we all have a
That's it. Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
She's pretty solid down there. I think she helped.
Freshman said, I'm not talking. Freshman said, I'm not talking to you. Buzz me in. I like it, Fresh. Fresh note. She said, I still got 4 more years to deal with Coach. I'm gonna be quiet till you tell me to speak. Well, ladies, man, I wish you guys the best of luck, man, this year. I'm glad you guys got to come out. We're trying to promote this show. Me and Coach V started this about a year ago. It's going good. We kind of changed our format a little bit. I think it's the best it ever has, been. We're starting to get a lot of different high school teams on. Like I said, we just want people, to follow us and subscribe. And if you know a young lady that wants to join the show and you know somebody that's good, one thing that we're going to do this season, we want you coaches to reach out to us and tell us these girls' stats because we want to talk about it. There's things that we got to try to come up with. We can talk about you guys' stats and what y'all are doing and who's doing what. We want to do that. We want to promote every young lady that's across the state of Oklahoma, from Class A to all the way to 6A. And that's the thing about it. We get a lot of slack from people like, we haven't been on yet. Believe me, we want to get everybody on the show. We really do, and we will. At some point in time. But there's a lot of times I know Coach V's wife and my wife. We spend more times in the studio, doing this, but we love it, and that's why we do it. We don't make a dime doing it, but we love it because of these young ladies and coaches like you. That hey, we're teaching these girls the right way to play the game of basketball. Because I tell people all the time, it starts with the middle school coach getting ready for high school. It starts with the high school coach getting ready for college. And I tell you right now, if you got a young lady that's done everything right, those college coaches are going to come back and see you because what? You got them ready. I can trust in coach. So we appreciate you, like I said, you ladies coming on, man. Good luck to you guys this season. We don't have to play you, so I'm cool. You guys have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors: Above the Line Hoops, Prep Girl Hoops, Keep It 100, and for the latest in high school girls basketball action, check out the podcast on YouTube at Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines.